to my channel. In this series we will be playing a Universim created by Alex Kostelkov, the founder of Critevo Studios. The description of this game is that it is an indie god style simulator. The player takes the role of god and guides, or doesn't, the development of the civilization through the ages. This game began early alpha in 2014 and has had regular updates since. It's currently in a late beta stage and has updates and fixes every 2 to 3 months and should be in a full release very soon. It's currently on Steam for around $40. So in this episode we are going to begin a new world and discuss the basic controls and gameplay. We'll also look at where to position your first city, how to rotate buildings, discussing a lot of the different interfaces and buttons on the game screen. Also look at the storyboard challenges. A couple of them include the Book of Love and Name the New Nugget. We'll also have a look at the meteorites found scattered across your planet and the items that you can find inside them. And as a bonus tip, we'll endeavour to look into the use of the telekinesis god power. We'll see how we use it, the controls. So let's begin. So here we have the title screen. You can join the Critevo Club. They give you perks, extra content. Here we start a new life, or you can load a previous one. Your settings and the Twitch stream. So this Twitch stream allows you to play live the game, and your nuggets are actually the viewers watching the stream. They can interact with your world, they can destroy your planet, destroy your buildings. It's really good to watch. I've seen a few clips from the developers and it is something we can look into in the future. So let's begin.
Wake up, creator. This is the beginning of your story. It starts with nothing but an infinite void. However, you, with a single touch, can awaken the light. And so the universe sprang into being. Worlds filled with endless potential were scattered into the beyond. They formed into many different shapes and sizes. And while most were doomed to drift among the cosmos barren and alone, others flourished. These few planets soon became home to the greatest phenomenon of all. Life is a peculiar thing. It comes and goes as swiftly as a bit of space debris burning up in an atmosphere. A creator's purpose was always that of an observer, to simply admire the fleeting beauty of life's beginnings and ends. Yet, this balance could never last. The issue with allowing a species to evolve independently is that they always fail to do so. For life to have a better chance of succeeding, it needs a helping hand. Here we are. Welcome to Mother Planet. This is a rare sight, for it came to be that there was day and night, warmth and cold, and water to flow through the planet's veins. The soil was rich with minerals, which gave rise to a thick blanket of green. The perfect ecosystem was formed. It is no wonder, then, why life has chosen to inhabit it. A new species has been born, and they need guidance. This is your purpose now. Their very existence rests in your hands.
Okay, let's begin. So this is your planet. As you can see, there are a lot of lakes, trees, stones, mountain, desert region. So to pick the perfect place, you want a little bit of everything. So we're going to go here. We got desert that produce oil, gas reserves. We need a lot of water reserve. You can only put a certain amount of water pumps before your water starts to deplete. You do not want that. Obviously we want stone, trees, so this looks like a good spot. So let's go here. We will place our epicenter. So here you go. Tip will show you what to do, what buttons to use. We are going to go right in the center here.
Take a look at your new subjects. They're called nuggets, largely because of their body's apparent inability to keep itself in one piece. Adahi and Elu, the architects of their species. They are the founders of everything that nuggets will ever know or achieve.
So we have two nuggets now. They will automatically build a residence for them to live. They will collect the resources on their own. You can help them if you want. We will do that in a later stage. They also begin a road system. The road system is quite new. It will probably change and evolve. So, to begin, we need to research. This is your research panel down the left hand side. My tip is you only research to a certain point. So we're only going to research to material refinement. If you continue to research, you'll get to a point where you do not have enough sim population to place into your buildings. As you upgrade, your buildings require more nuggets to do the job. If you don't have enough nuggets, you don't have enough people to fill the jobs. So we're also going to turn auto research off. We want to control what research we do. So primitive tools is automatically done. We are going to go on to fire, which will unlock lights in buildings. We are going to do the water wheel, which will unlock the water pump, which is very important. We need water. During winter, the lakes freeze, you do not produce water. The only water you can get from there on are from your wells, and they are not a lot to begin with until you upgrade them. We're going to do dug well. We're going to do water storage, and we'll do the old one toolkit. So that will go on.
Ah, I smell progress.
So also down here you have your God Power buttons, your building buttons. Now God Power buttons you can access here. You have some at the moment, some you do not. They will unlock as you go on. The easiest way is to push the wheel button on your mouse. That will bring up your God Powers. You can scroll through them and pick one. Soon we'll get a mission to do such a thing. And to activate the God's powers, you just hold down Control, and it's usually the left-hand mouse button. Also down here we have food, your raw and your cooked food. Cooked food is very important. It gains more for your nuggets. They get more energy. It's just better for them. Also your water supply, what you produce and what you consume. And the resources we have at the moment is wood, stone, planks of wood and bricks, which you will be able to produce in upcoming buildings, and herbs.
This is quite a beautiful planet. Try not to ruin it, will you?
So we're going to build, first of all, an archive center. Archive center is where you save the game, so at the moment you cannot save. It is the first thing we want to do. Now to rotate buildings, you use the Q and E button. There we go. Okay, so we want to put it near the road, but we do not want the road to go red. We want it to stay white.
That message looked important.
So here's our first challenge, the Book of Love. So by completing this, we will receive 2 believers, and they will produce God powers up here. We have 29 out of 1,000. We want a lot of this. So we are going to say, I'm on it.
I didn't think you knew anything about reproduction, creator.
So we press the wheel button, love Cupid, hold down control, click on one, click on the other, and we're done.
What are you, some sort of fairy godmother?
That will go off and make some children, more workers for the civilization.
Careful with how much research you're feeding into your civilization, creator. They might soon become smarter than you.
So with research, get some more buildings. So we have the water pump. We want this ASAP. We need to produce water for winter. The first couple of winters you can get away with not doing it. But the more buildings you build, the more they require water resources to be used through winter. So along with pumps, we will require the reservoir, which is being researched now. Wells, on the other hand, we can go ahead, build that, and at the start.
Oh, would you look at that? A little baby nugget. Aren't they adorable when they're young? Don't get too attached, though. They're still mortal after all. Plus, they will soon be old enough to have an opinion and make questionable life decisions. Let's see how much you like them then.
So here we go, we have a second mission. It is to name the nuggets. So we'll do this, we'll receive another believer.
All right then, let's call them something silly.
Okay.
Nuggets are all unique to one another. Although there are some things that are shared between nuggets, these include the need for certain essentials like food and water, a stable roof over their heads, and an occasional nap. They want to learn, build, discover, and create. It would all be quite inspirational if they also didn't happen to be the species that initially thought their shadows were trying to eat them.
Interesting. So there we go, we have named the nuggets. Sally, I don't know a Sally. Rob, I do know a Rob, he's a good bloke. So there we go, we have children. We're also going to turn off this God light. I don't use it, it's more immersive without it. So we have a well being built, we have a library, we have water pumps, we have water storage being researched. We'll have a look at these buttons up the top here. This is the year and age of your civilization, the current temperature. We are in spring, I believe. We have the wind and direction and speed. This alarm allows your sims to escape disasters that will be inflicted on your planet. At the moment they will just go to their dwelling, but future buildings you can build shelters. So the day-night cycle, game speed, pause, play, and you can take screenshots here. So this is our storyboard mode. So we've completed the Book of Love, we've completed Name the Nuggets. We'll most likely do this one here as well. They're just cute little things to do during the game. There's a few more to be released later. That's a new feature. Also down here you have graphs you can have a look at. We have the planet condition, so this shows the quality of the air, how much rain you're going to be making. So the The further down it goes, the more disastrous it is for your nuggets, to a point where they become sick, they can die, and there we go, no oxygen on the planet. So to keep this up, good tip is to have produce lots of trees and buildings. So the buildings that are good for this are parks and clean buildings. But yeah, parks are a great thing. You will be able to get some during time. Others you win during those storyboard challenges. So we've got our nuggets getting some resources. We'll take a look at these buttons up here in the left. We have your God powers. Slowly goes up depending on how many nuggets believe in you. The more nuggets you have, the more God powers you get. You can also increase this with when you have elections. You want a person representing religion, and it will increase your amount of God power. Also, we have happiness level. This is affected by different particular buildings, and we also have the crime level.
The summer sun is excellent for slow roasting a few nuggets.
Okay, so we've come into summer now. Just let us know.
Oh, I like this research stuff, creator. How about next we make something dangerous and fun?
Possibly. So, we're coming along here. Planet's looking amazing. We're coming into summer. I mean, look at those clouds, buildings. Over here we have our moon. It is a possibility maybe that you can travel to it during the space age. It hasn't been confirmed, but it has been discussed. Okay, here we have meteorites that have impacted our planet. Now here we're going to use the telekinesis power. I'm going to show you how to do this. So we click on it to open up the meteorite. You get a chest. Go to telekinesis. Hold down control. Hold down the left mouse button. Now, this easiest way is to press F. It will take you back to your epicenter. And you drop it. Now, your nuggets will slowly research this. At the moment, they don't know what it is. They will give you a description of what it is. You can open it now. That's fine. Sometimes it will just give you resources, and it'll give a blueprint to these legendary buildings. We have a pyramid. We have the Notre Dame. We have Leaning Tower, Eye of the World, Eiffel Tower, Desert Rose, and Big Ben. Also, they may not give you resources. It may be an explosive bomb, or it may trigger a disaster like a tornado or UFOs. So it's your choice, or you can scrap it for resources. Let's open it. Live on the wild side. See, we now have a asteroid. We have a minute 54, and I don't believe we have the dome. So there is a God power that produces a dome, and we don't have that. So this is going to be really interesting. We might have to let's assign Elu and save this before
they're going to be quite disappointed.
We get annihilated. This is going to be hilarious. So we'll carry on. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage. Let's check out our research. So next we're going to research fishing. We'll unlock the fishing hut. We're going to unlock primitive cooking. It will produce the eatery. This will feed cooking time reduced by 2 seconds. Thank you. And cooking oils reduces nuggets hunger by 10%. Let's do that.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay. Any buildings can we produce? Here we go. Reservoir. Okay. My tip for reservoir is if you have a mountain region, build it near the mountains cloud systems usually come over the mountain and start loading down with rain, and this is just an extra way of producing water. Instead of pumping it from the pumps into the reservoir, you get free water from the rain. Now we are raining over here, so that might swift over here, but obviously we don't have any reservoirs at the moment, so I like to build 4 at a time in each region. There we go. Now while we wait to be annihilated, which is in 17 seconds, actually we'll do it after this. I'll go through some of the buildings that can be constructed. Here we go. I mean, look at this planet, it's just beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh, we've lost a resident. Oh. Oh, we've lost a nugget. She's died. Well, that wasn't too bad. I think we lost a well as well. But because of that, we get another meteorite treasure chest. You little ripper. No? No, we don't, unfortunately. Okay. Maybe later. Okay, so Elu died, but our mate here, Sally, will take her place. Now Sally's an adult, so we are going to hook her up with her brother, because that's what we do. There she is. So it produces a blue stream, so you know he's single.
Oh, they look so cute together.
Yep, there's the treasure chest. Let's go telekinesis. Hold down control, hold down the left button, and there we go. We might let our nuggets research that next time. So they're building more residents. We need to build another well, which I believe was here. And we have 0 water there. Must have been from the impact.
This water
so
pump
let's go
system
there.
is rather advanced for such a young civilization. I mean,
So,
sure, it's built out of rocks, wood, and a bit of string, but impressive nonetheless.
so there we go. We have a water pump. It is producing 30 amount of water. We are not consuming any at the moment. Library doesn't take up any water. Neither does the epicenter. Now we can make these a priority. Let's do that. We want a well for winter, or our nuggets will drink from the lake and they will get sick if they do such a thing. So we also have berries here. You will eventually need to pick the berries. I believe there's around 12 varieties. Use them in the farms. But let's just take a look at some of the buildings you can build in this game. Epicenter, we have airports. Now, some of your nuggets will not like how you are constructing your cities, so they will leave and produce their own cities. Usually 2 to 3 of them on the planet, and you can interact with them. You can buy resources from them. They may attack you if you are not nice to them. Sometimes they're just aggressive, sometimes they're just annoying, and they will attack you. If you build an airport, they will also build an airport and travel to your city. We also have the archive, which we have built. You can build bridges, cemetery, clone center, engineers, which we need, so let's build that. Now, the green circle represents the area that this engineer's hut will keep buildings in good quality. Now, at the start there will be only one engineer in this, and if you build 50 buildings in this circle, he will not be able to continuously repair them. That's why you need to possibly build a couple at the start. As you research and upgrade your buildings, more nuggets will be able to become engineers in the hut. So future, you can remove a few of the buildings. Let's build that. And reservoirs aren't being built yet, so that's fine. Usually the first couple of winters are okay. Other buildings include town hall. Town hall is really good. You can allocate nuggets. You can have a mayor and they will allocate the labour for your buildings. You can also allocate different senators. So you can have a senator for food, water, defence, farming. And if you do that, they will make the buildings for you. They will go off and put the buildings in areas you don't have to worry about it. Hence why you can interact less or more with your nuggets. You can just let them go off and do what you want, or you can interact with them more and shape their destiny. We have the Cosmodrome. This is where you build space shuttles. So at the moment you can build one with a targeting satellite, put it up into orbit, and when UFOs come to your planet and take your nuggets or destroy your buildings, these satellites help with the defense towers to target them better and destroy them. Now, by destroying them, you will receive these chests as well. And lastly,
it's getting a bit chilly in here. Winter's coming, creator.
And lastly, we have a school. So you do need educated sims to work in particular buildings. We have a dead nugget here. Elu. Now, you can remove this body using telekinesis. I suggest you do that. If a nugget walks through this area, they will become sick.
Someone please get that nugget a fresh pair of underwear?
And we'll just drop them there. That's fine for the moment. Now the infected area has been removed by nature, but you can also help remove it by using a rejuvenate god power. Okay, so what we'll do just to finish off this episode is to discuss the telekinesis power. So we're going to help build this building. It needs wood and stone. We need to go to telekinesis. Let's do stone. So there's numerous ways of doing this. If you hold down control, hold down left button, you pick up the stone.
We're doing this again,
Now to move around this planet, one of the ways of doing it is to hold down the left button and to scroll. But you cannot do that because you're holding this stone now. All it will do is throw it. So you can hover over the building, it will turn green, and you can press the left button. Now if we hold down the left button and scroll, this is how we move around the planet. Now, if we're over here, control, hold down left, we have the tree. Now, two ways of getting back without dropping the tree is to go to this home button. It will take you back to the center. And we're here. So hover over, bang, tree. The other way of moving while holding an object using telekinesis is the WASD buttons. It is a slower process. So we go back to the epicenter, get over the building, and drop. Now, a good way of doing this with the combined options is...
So, you've uprooted a tree. Now what?
Is by pressing the home button Now, the building is not near the epicenter. You can hold down one of the WASD and it will stop. You go into the center and then you can go to the building that way. So let's just recap. Once you have an object using telekinesis, the best ways to get it back to where you want to is either by...
You look a little confused. Don't worry, I expected as much. I know you have questions, but you'll learn everything in time, on your own, without bothering me.
Well, you're bothering me. So let's continue. So yes, the two ways is by pressing the home button, it will take you back to the epicenter. You can drop your objects off. If you don't want to go back to the epicenter, but you're near the building you are required to go to is near there, you press the home button, and when you get close to it, use the WASD buttons to refine your end destination. So that's how we use the telekinesis while holding an object. Okay, we will end it there. We will be back to continue, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, please subscribe. There's going to be heaps more videos on this game and future games. I am going to leave you with a clip of the trailer for the Universim found on Steam page. It shows you the expected end project, and it looks really good, especially the alien interaction at the end. So thank you again and enjoy. Goodbye.
This is a mass of rock and air, molded together in the infinite fabric of space, intertwined to create the perfect environment for sustaining life. I am a living planet. I was cold and alone for such a long time, until one day life burned into existence. They began so small, so fragile, so very young. But with time, they grew stronger, and civilizations rose from the dust. From stone to metal, their technologies advanced. Soon they learned to swim. And eventually, they learned how to fly. For a time, I thought we would be friends. But that was not to be. They drained my resources for centuries, until I had nothing left to give. They endured my disasters and cured whatever diseases I could unleash. But one day, they turned their gaze to the stars, searching for others like me. What they did not know was that they were not alone.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people